All right, to go out for a ride. Temperature is 10.5 degrees. Now, 10.2. Yeah, we got a little snow. Supposed to get some more here in an hour or so, but streets are dry, and I got a topic I want to talk about that I started on yesterday. All right, let's go shoot some temp. Still getting steam out of the back of that. That's not warming up. Head's warm. Valve cover's doing good. Crankcase ventilation hose is doing all right. See if I can shoot the radiator. Yep. Valve cover. Head, block, oil hose, engine, I don't get those weird ass readings. I don't get the exhaust readings either. And no, it's not warm coming out of there. .8 degrees. And the snow is coming now. Finally. It's going to be kind of a long video. And if you don't care about what's going on in the Ukraine, then get off it now. Because that's all I'm going to talk about. I'm here to tell you I'm a bit pissed off about Obama making threats to the Russia, or the way they're acting, the Soviet Union, over this Ukraine thing. Does he really think that threatening sanctions, or, you know, he didn't name nothing. And I doubt he's going to go to military action. Because he's a gutless fuck. But no big deal. And then he tries to drag in the European Union, which really pissed me off, saying that, oh, we're gonna support our allies in what they do. The fucking loser won't even take leadership on it. But first off, let me give you some history about the Ukraine. And Crimea and the eastern half of the Ukraine. And then I'll delve into the western half of the Ukraine and why none of us need to support either fucking side. Crimea is a little friggin' peninsular. It's basically an island, except there's one strand of dirt that attaches them to the Ukraine. And that country has been owned by 10 or 15 different friggin' countries through history, which is fine. So I'm not gonna delve into the Greeks. I'm not gonna delve into the Romans. I'm not gonna delve into all that bullshit. I'll go back as far as World War II. Now, in World War II, Germany had to take that over, Nazi Germany, and I'll get back into Nazi Germany later on. But Germany had to take it over because they had already taken over the oil fields in Romania called Ploesti. Remember that? The Ploesti raids? So Germany sent Manstein over there to stop the Soviet Union. And to take over Crimea, or Crimea, yeah, whatever, however, you guys know what I'm talking about. So Germany had to deal with that. And they did, they took it over. Because there is a port in Crimea that is called Sevastopol. Currently, that is Russia's only warm water port. And I wouldn't say warm water port, it's just always open into the Black Sea. And then they go from the Black Sea into, they go past Istanbul, and that gets them into the Mediterranean Sea, which allows them access to the Atlantic Ocean. So, the whole thing that's going on right now is Do you think Russia's going to give up the Crimean? No, they're not going to give it up. And then you get this dickhead Obama that wants to make threats to them that we're going to take action. Motherfucker, you're not going to do shit. So why do you even open your fucking mouth? Sorry guys, don't mean to get all cussy and shit, but I'm sick of the fucking idle threats that this clown continues to make. We have no business getting involved in that. And then Obama's trying to drag the EU into it. And that will go into the Western Ukraine. And let me explain the difference between Western Ukraine and Eastern Ukraine. The Western Ukraine, back in World War II, so hated the Russians that their troops joined Nazi Germany because they hated Russia so fucking bad. Okay, I'm fine with that. Everybody's got to have their hate on. Come on, fucktard. Get out my way. Alright, back at it. The Western people of Ukraine hated Russia so fucking bad that the troops actually signed up and joined with Nazi Germany. Number one, why we don't want to support them. Eastern Ukraine, including the Crimea, which I've already mentioned, has the only warm water port for Russia. You got a bunch of big money Russians living there. So they're supporting teaming back up with Russia. Now their Prime Minister fucking Jakovich or whatever the fuck his name is, Yankovich, they've already shown how he was living in his houses. And if you don't believe me, look it up on YouTube. CNN, Reuters, I think even ABC has taken tours of his luxury houses. And you look at the shit he's got there and he's just fucked over his people. Hence why he's being kicked to the curb. But Putin is not going to stand for it because they need that warm water port. And I totally grasp that concept. And if you don't grasp it, you need to read up. Sea power is the fucking deal. Access to the world's oceans is the cause of a lot of wars and will continue to be so. Alright, Eastern Eastern Ukraine has all these rich ex-Soviets, aka Russians, to be politically correct. They all live on the eastern side of Ukraine. So Russia wants to protect them. Why is that? Because it's the money factor. Now, if you look up the Ukraine map and then you look specifically for Crimea, you will see that there is no there's no land routes and there's no railroad that doesn't go through the Ukraine. So Ukraine can tell Russia, oh, you're going to have to pay us big money for us to allow you to run your shipments from Sevastopol to Russia. And of course, Putin's not going to play that game. And I tend to sort of agree with Putin. I mean, all it's doing is running through your country. I mean, okay, let us pay you to let it run through your country, but don't fuck with us. But Russia already has a fucking hate with the Ukraine when their troops joined Nazi Germany in World War II. Now keep in mind, Putin's a big, he used to lead the KGB. So no, he ain't gonna give him no fucking breaks either. So, the point is that I'm trying to make is, why is the United States, and this isn't just on Obama, other than making his fucking threats, but there's a lot of congressmen and senators that are mouthing off saying, well, we should stick up for him, we should stick up for him. Fucking really. How'd that work for you when Russia moved into Georgia? Get real. Stay the fuck out of this shit. I mean, do I need to draw on an analogy to say, well, what if Florida tried? No, it ain't gonna work, because Florida is still a member state of the United States. Yeah, and I've seen other posters say, well, what if Mexico tried to do this shit? Mexico's not ever been part of the United States, so that's a fail. I laugh at the stupidity of shit that I read and watch on the news and YouTube, because I really do research this shit. I don't just pull shit out my ass. But if you try to take over the Soviet Union or Russia, you try to take their warm water port away from them, you're going to fight, goddammit. You're going to fight, and you're going to lose. And trying to drag the European Union into it just totally pisses me off. The EU has no business in there. Ukraine is so fucking far in debt, the United States can't bail them out. The EU can't bail them out. Combined, we can't really bail them out. But yet, Obama tries to drag more bitches into it, and we're not gonna solve it. And do we want to tie up with Ukraine so we can put missiles over there? What do you think Russia's going to say about that shit? It's part of the Bay of Pigs with Cuba in, what was that, 62? I was only a year old. So what do we ended up pulling our missiles out of Turkey in a silent agreement with Russia, or the Soviet Union at the time, to get away with that. So they didn't put missiles in Cuba. The fucking stupidity of the government's going on right now. Am I going to get some Burger King, yo? See you in a bit.